What's happening, everybody? This is Big Sheeps with Sheep's Clothing, bringing you another episode of our Sunday little vlogcast here. And you might notice that Dylan looks a little bit different. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, bud?
Kieth was part of the Apparatus from 2006 to 2012. That was a mathcore blog / message board / a whole bunch of shit. Got to know a lot of people in the scene and a lot of musicians, and now it's just kind of fun to relive glory days and see what the hell everyone's doing.
Right on. This is our, you might know him as the Lurk, or the man who lurks in the shadows, who helps us write a lot of our questions and helps us out with a lot of our graphics and stuff. Keith and I have never seen each other face to face, but he has become a really awesome and I guess is the word invaluable, or would you be extremely valuable? He is extremely valuable and to what we're trying to do, and he's been so kind of helped out in ways that I can't even thank him enough for. How's everything sound on your guys' end? Can everybody hear us all right?
I'm not sure if they're seeing on the Facebook Live the visual.
I can see it. On
Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, let me mute it.
That's great. I just don't know how it sounds. Somebody type in the comments and tell us if we sound good. Okay. I think that's good enough. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot we have a delay. That's why. It's like a 25-second delay or something. But anyway, Keith, keep your eye on those comments for me. And
Sure.
See, who do we have coming on next week?
Well, Tuesday you have a kind of a spur-of-the-moment interview.
Oh, yeah, that's, Dylan and I was just flipping through fucking Facebook and I came across that video. I've seen it a million times, but I guess the band is called Goat and Your Mom, and he's the god of all Texas or something. And you guys have seen the video, I'm sure. It's the "Can you quack like a duck when you fuck?" and then like the dude's like touching his balls or whatever. So I like jokingly sent Dylan a comment, and I was like, next week on Sheep's Clothing. And so Dylan actually reaches out and gets a hold of this guy, and I guess he's willing to do an interview with us. And he's been on Tosh.0 and Ridiculousness and all those like viral video shows or whatever. And I just, if anything, it will be interesting. That's all I can really say about it. If anything, it's going to be an interesting show because that guy definitely seems like a character. And then the 23rd, we're going to be live with Zayo. Scott and Jeff of Zayo will be on. And Josh just messaged me and said, I'll be there in 5 minutes. So you guys let me know if it sounds good or if you want us to stop and have Josh host. But anyway, then the 30th, we'll have DL from Legend, spelled LGND. And he was also in the Acacia Strain. I don't know how long he was in the Acacia Strain, but I know that I've been listening to them for a long time. I'm actually wearing an Acacia Strain shirt right this second.
I think he was on every album except the last one.
Well, all the good ones then. And then we have the holy grail of interviews, in my opinion, on May 7th. We'll be doing a complete reunion interview with the guys from Robinson. So that's unbelievable to me that, I don't know, I get surprised every single time I reach out and those people are actually interested in doing it, because they've always been like, I don't know, I've always held them on high or whatever, because for me, like, this whole genre of music has never been anything more than like a CD or a record that I owned. Like, I don't know shit about any of these people, and that's why it's so cool to actually meet them and have them be like actually really nice people. And it's just, it blows me away sometimes. But so what's been going on in the life of Keith this week, man?
Just working a shitload,
Man,
pretty much.
you're filling in for Dylan great.
Wait,
That's what he says every week.
well, let's see. I had to extinguish some park fires. There's some kids smoking weed on the campgrounds, and I confiscated that and then smoked it. Um, that's about it. Set a few bear traps. I'm not sure what he actually does, but that's my guess.
That and also does Celtic strongman competitions and drinks peanut butter beer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I guess Dylan's feeling a little ill this week, so
Well, it's all that peanut butter beer.
that will fucking do it. I gotta say, I'm really happy with the way this layout looks right now.
Yeah, no, it looks bitchin'.
Yeah, I can thank Josh for that one. He set it up. But yeah. So we just hope that everything goes smooth when I hit the transition into interview, and everybody's Skype windows are supposed to be perfectly lined up. So yeah, let me message those guys back and let them know that we'll be getting with them here in a minute. Yeah, this week I haven't really done shit. But what were you saying?
There's a guy in the comments. I'm gonna butcher his name. He's the old Apparatus message board user, Thomas Gretschart. I don't know. He's in a band called he's in a shitload of bands, but one that was really big was Dionetta. Probably some of the best progressive post-metal-ish. I don't know. They got an album called Still. It's up there. Definitely a top 5 all-time EP, whatever.
Right on.
Cool dude.
I guess my folks are deciding to go fucking crazy right now. So if you guys hear a strange tapping, that's what that is. Yeah, so this week I didn't really do much, just chilled. And then so Dylan says he's watching Dicks, just no voice. So do we not have audio?
Oh no.
No, we got audio. Just chilled. And then fucking with me, Dylan. So Dylan says he's watching. Keith, go ahead and talk so I can.
I'm hearing some echo, but I hear everything.
You motherfuckers. Stop fucking with me. Can you hear me or not? That's gonna be like a new thing every week. Everybody's just gonna
Oh man.
Oh, Dylan's saying that he has no voice. Okay. Thanks for the dead air, Dylan. So yeah, like I said, I didn't do shit this week. I didn't have my ears stretched for probably the last 6 or 7 months. I used to be at 3 inches, and I took my plugs out when I was working, and so they closed up to 1.5 inches. And I was looking online, and I found some cheap ass plugs that I was like, I guess I should just get a pair to stick in there, so I don't have this floppy vaginal loose butthole of an ear. And I put them in, and both my ears ripped completely. So now they're just it's still connected, but it's all blown out and super infected and gross. And I remembered now why stretching your ears is fucking stupid, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore.
Is there a gauge that's kind of the point of no return in terms of
Nah, dude. I've seen people in tribes that can pull their earlobe over their head and shit.
No, I mean going back to normal ears.
Oh, I would say after about 5/8, there's no hope. And even if you have 5/8 of an inch, it's gonna close, and you're gonna have a tiny little cat butthole.
Oh, okay.
In other news, I received a package from Justin Pearson this week, and it's absolutely been fucking driving me crazy sitting on my desk not being able to open this shit till Monday. I think I'm gonna throw that out the window and just open shit and go through it beforehand. But I wanted to do a true unboxing, so we'll see how that goes.
Cool. hopefully there's some puzzle vinyls and cassette tapes and floppy disks. Limited one of one, never heard before.
Yeah, it's a small package, so I know there's not like a big vinyl in here.
Okay.
He could have maybe squeezed a 7-inch in there. I have no idea, but it's very heavy, so I'm sure there's a lot of good shit in there. Did they only release CDs on those weird micro discs, or?
No. Well, they had two self-titled. They had Locust and they had The Locust. They're both on minis, and then they had the Step and Shit Flock one that was a square.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they had one or two on full regular CDs.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he sent me some like fucking ground unicorn horn shit or some more of the obscure shit. You know what I mean? I think that'd be way cooler for the giveaway. Even though the Locusts are fucking awesome, and it's really hard for me to do Wax Worship Wednesday because a lot of my like mathcore records are literally just like all Locust albums. Watch as I review another Locust album this week. It's like I have like the Locust and Converged like out the yin yang, and that's just because it's all the most like easily accessible shit. Besides like maybe like Dillinger, but every time I've ever gone to the record store and like flipped through, Dillinger albums are like extremely overpriced, and I can't bring myself to pay so much money for something I can just listen to online. Even though, I'd love to support Dillinger and whatnot, but I'm just fucking broke. I don't know.
No, they're rare.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like they come out with these limited things, and I mean they look cool. I mean it's probably worth having. We all know the one, but yeah.
All right, so I guess that's enough farting around. Let's get these dudes in here.
Sure.
Oh, I forgot that I have to do this on my computer, so now everything's showing up right now.
Except.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
Can you go ahead and click your video button?
Shit, it's like half. Oh, here we go. We're pretty new at this Skype thing.
Oh, it's understandable, dude.
We're old men.
Yeah, like I said, just make sure that you guys aren't playing any music that I'm gonna get copywritten for.
Okay. We got our homeboy POS in the background. I'll turn him way down low.
Alright, and go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What's up, guys? I'm Chris. Played drums in the Crinn.
Cole. Hello.
What's up, guys?
Guitar.
I'm Nicholas, and this is Kieth. I don't know. You're watching on Skype, so he's probably like over here somewhere. Oh, yeah, you guys can't even see me on Skype. I forgot about that.
No.
Oh, you're a logo right now.
Okay.
X clothing.
Right on. So, so yeah, how you guys doing right now?
Oh, excellent.
Good.
Fucking Wild lost today, though. They suck. We were like the best team in hockey, or second best, and then we just choke every time we get in the fucking playoffs.
Yep.
That sounds about it.
Is that it for the Wild?
No, it's a 3-0 lead. St. Louis is up.
So,
Man, last time I went to a hockey game was the Moose.
Oh, Moose?
Yeah.
I remember.
Those are
seeing
fun,
them.
man.
Yeah, I actually have only been to a handful of Lightning games. That's about it.
Yeah.
Although I can say that hockey is one of the only sports that I can actually sit and watch.
Yeah, I feel you. It's like nonstop action, man.
Yeah.
And you can fight.
Right on. So, what are some of the other bands that you guys have been in? Have you had any other projects?
We're in a project now. It's like a pop rock, pop punkish kind of band.
Yeah.
Really easy and nice, refreshing to play.
Yeah.
Just some friends hanging out once a week and playing shows once a month or so.
Yeah, they're really awesome songs. Our buddy Justin Francis, he's been doing it forever. He was in Off of Their Heads. So this is his solo stuff, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They were called Apocalypse Meow before. But when they got this guy, they changed it to Tight Whips.
Tight whips.
Yeah. They're fucking rad songs, though. Fun to play.
So you can play their music while being a little buzzed,
Oh,
as
yeah.
opposed to the Crinn.
Yeah, it's the best.
We had a show last Friday, and I partook in a really powerful edible, and we got through it.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, it was challenging, but awesome.
So
Or go ahead.
I'm from Minnesota, but I live in Orlando, and I always wondered what it would be like to smoke out or eat, depending on your preference, and go walk around the Mall of America.
Yeah.
So what's go on rides, or what do you ever done something like that, or
No.
where's the story I always end up at?
He's a fucking, or we know this is this dude, scene dude, Logan.
Oh yeah.
He goes there and like fucking does Molly and just chills.
Yeah.
But I've never personally done that. I think it's a bad idea.
One
Getting into some
time,
trouble.
back in the day, I actually dropped a bunch of acid with a couple friends, and I lived maybe like a mile from the mall, and like I hate the mall. I like never go to the mall, and I took my shoes off and I went outside, and we decided halfway through our acid trip that we're just gonna walk to the mall. So we ended up
There you
like,
go.
walking a mile fucking barefoot on acid, and then went into the mall. And I remember like I was so fucking sweaty and just gross and barefoot. And we had like walked like through this like swamp, so I had like shitty mud like up to my knees. And we walk into this fucking mall, and as soon as like the doors opened and I walked in there, it was just like I had walked through like the gates of like heaven or some shit. Like the AC hit me, and dude, it was like one of the most intense moments of any trips I've ever had. And then like everybody's face. Have you ever seen The Wall from Pink Floyd, the movie?
Yeah.
No.
You know when like the train's going by and everybody's face is
Yeah.
like Play-Doh? Like
Yeah.
that's what everybody's face looked like, and it was just, it was completely fucked. It was
Far
a fucked
out.
experience.
I hate it when you're that shit and you look yourself in the mirror and you look really disgusting.
Yeah, you can see like every pore in your face.
Yeah,
it's
Very
horrible.
uncomfortable.
For fucking sure. So you were talking about how you can play this new music while under the influence. Like, was it really difficult to play the Crinn's music?
No, we pretty much just drank a lot in the Crinn. Chris pretty sober most of the time,
Yeah.
but it definitely helps take the edge off because if you get off, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not easy to get back on,
Yeah.
and it's happened a lot.
Yeah, the Crinn we would have to practice like 2 to 3 days a week for a few hours at a time to get kind of tight and nailed in. And then, if we didn't practice for a few weeks, it was kind of got a little off, and
Yeah,
just kind of had to stay on the game. This, you can practice once a month and play a show once a month, and you're good.
right. It's just so easy to remember compared to playing 15,000 notes a song.
Yeah.
So when you were writing, did you like write beyond your limits, or did you like just write something that you knew you could pull off? You know what I mean?
I definitely wrote a bunch of stuff that I couldn't really play, so I just would practice, and if I didn't have time to practice, I would fuck it up a lot. And there was never a perfect show for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of time with it, took it really seriously for a long time.
Yeah.
Only toured so much at first, and then kind of life took over and couldn't tour as much, and
Right.
just tried to do studio stuff for a bit, and then yeah.
It's like
But-
right when we got that record deal from Nuclear Blast is when we started playing less.
Yeah.
The opposite. But the riffs we just are like we get in that band anyway, we got bored so fast, like a riff would last, 2 seconds. Like some of the older Crinn anyway.
Yeah.
But now I think like Shadow Breather, we took a better look at our songwriting and tried to make that more digestible.
Right on.
Mhm.
I think it turned out good.
Yeah.
So have you guys had a chance to check out our show yet, or is this you just diving into this brand new?
I checked out the Chris Arp interview.
Right on. Yeah, we've done shit a little bit different since Chris Arp. That was one of our first interviews.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
You
that
got
one.
a lot of good bands on though, man.
Yeah, that interview actually was pretty excellent because I didn't have to talk like at all. He just like talked through the entire
Yeah.
interview. And I actually made the assessment that his guitar style matches his personality so amazingly. It's just insane how off the wall and he's bouncing all over the place, you know.
Yeah, we toured with them once, and he was very random and awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny stories.
Yeah.
I've met him quite a few times. Probably every tour he would stop in Florida, they'd stay at my house, and I'd, became good friends. And I asked him about you guys because I'm always asking him about bands he's going on tour with, and he said, I go on a tour with a lot of people, and some of them are really good-hearted, but musically they don't interest me. And he said the Crinn is one of those bands that legitimately dense, and definitely got 2 thumbs up from Chris Harp.
Right on.
To hear.
Yeah.
He's a man dude scale.
Yeah, he's a major influence when we first started to play the Ideas of Reference.
Mm-hmm.
That just fucking blew us away. I've never heard anything like that. As far as like, there's crazy shit before that, like Dillinger, but he kind of, it was like, I don't know, progressive grind, I guess. It's hard to label it, yeah. All this.
I don't think anybody's ever been able to successfully like label that genre of music.
Yeah.
Which
I try to learn like insects and shit, but not happening.
Well, you can take lessons from Chris Arp for $40 an hour.
Yeah, right.
Over Skype.
Yeah.
I actually have been thinking about doing that just to like, because I don't know my fucking dick from a hole in the ground when it comes to playing guitar, and I've always just kind of been like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool just to pay Chris Arp to teach me from complete scratch how to play guitar, and
Yeah, right.
I'd just be like, all I need to know is chugging and tapping, like that's all.
Yeah.
Right. He's very like classically trained. Like if you do some digging, there's like he had like that on the second album, that really long, clean like Imogen's Puzzle, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's had that for a fucking long time, and that's like really classical bass. Obviously it goes into like turns into hell, but
and then he actually like explained that when he was on the interview or whatever, and he was saying that like part 2 is the same exact song, just played completely backwards.
Oh really?
Yeah, like that's insane that he knows that song frontwards and backwards. Like
yeah. He's sick, pretty sick.
If anybody's watching, you can feel free to leave questions in the comments, and we'll make sure that we get to them. And if everybody could also share this, that would be fucking beyond awesome. And thank you in advance. So basically, we have a few segments of the show that we're going to be doing, and it's basically just going to be like shooting the shit the whole time, and then I guess we can. I've been fiddling with our lineup of how we do shit, but there's a time difference between us right now. I believe it's 4:20 over there right now.
Oh,
yeah, always.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, check out my Easter shirt.
Oh, right on.
It's a Hellraiser shirt.
Yeah.
Zombie Jesus Day.
Yeah,
so,
cheers.
Right
Cheers.
on. So you guys seem pretty laid back, so I feel like I can pull this off early in the show.
Yeah. Get it going.
Don't judge our journalistic integrity by these questions, but at the beginning of these interviews, it gets kind of it's like a little bit awkward because we're sitting here looking at each other. You don't know us, and we don't know you. And
like awkward like this.
See, that's exactly what we're just trying to lighten the mood a little bit with these.
Yeah, we're pretty chill.
Kind of like dial in everybody's sense of humor and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we
definitely got the 2 quietest guys in the band.
Yeah, we're both introverts.
We like to do some like would you rather questions, like some fucked up would you rather questions, and we took a poll through my Facebook, and this is what came back. Like we've had a lot of people send us their questions, so I'll just shoot, and you guys, feel free to pass if you have to, but...
Right on.
Hey,
Next question.
Keith, you're going to have to talk, because it keeps shooting into dynamic view on my camera, and it's fucking up everything, so say something.
Sure. I got a would you rather.
There you go.
Would you rather have a Juicy Lucy at Matt's bar or the 5-8 Club?
He doesn't eat meat.
Are they vegan burgers?
No, they're like the.
I really don't know any, or even know those places. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hear Matt's bar is the shit for as far as Juicy Lucy's go, but never indulged myself.
Five Guys is awesome.
Five Guys is awesome.
It is.
This show is brought to you by Five Guys. All right, so let's jump into this. Would you rather have a nipple-sized penis or penis-sized nipples?
Oh shit.
Penis-sized nipples.
Yeah.
White and stuff. Pretty fun. Exciting.
Tassels on.
Tassels, yeah.
Well, it's also cold in Minnesota. They'd be like
oh yeah, fuck.
two boners sticking out
Constant
your.
erection.
Yeah, totally. Penis-sized nipples.
Right on. So would you have rather died on the Titanic or during the World Trade Center?
Oh,
World Trade Center.
World Trade Center, yeah. Ocean death sounds terrible, man. Like sharks, cold water.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah.
If you were in the top of the floor of the Trade Center, you wouldn't have felt anything. But
Yeah. Maybe slide down some stories.
No, but then you got those people who had to fucking jump to their death.
True, yeah.
And that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been.
I feel really bad for those people, man.
Yeah, it would have been especially bad if you were on like one of the lower floors and the jump wouldn't have killed you.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you just get crunched by everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, on a kind of a downer note, did you guys see this dude that's driving around and killing people on Facebook Live?
No.
Yeah, there's like a massacre today, like 15 people, and
Really?
yeah,
Holy shit.
I guess this guy's like girlfriend broke up with him, and he like I think her name was like I don't remember her name exactly. We'll just say April Lang, or something like that. But he would like go up to people and he'd be like, "Do you know April Lang?" Keith, say something. Do you know April Lang? Or and if they said no or whatever, he would just he'd be like, well, she's why this is happening to you, and then shoot you in the face.
Wow.
And he was doing it on Facebook.
Where is that going on at?
I think it was in Ohio.
Oh.
Crazy.
And then rest in peace, Alan Holdsworth.
Yeah,
Today, of all
that?
days. Jazz fusion guitarist, very influential to like Cynic, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul Masvidal is very influenced by Holdsworth.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, we've had
sorry
lots
for
of
the
luck.
down note there.
Yeah, fuck.
So I talked to John a little bit and I asked him for some maybe inside jokes to bring up or something funny that you guys would have a good reply to. And a few of them was something about Detroit with harlots. What happened there? Somebody got jumped or robbed or something like that?
Oh yeah, some dude came up to our van with a big pipe,
Yeah.
but it didn't go anywhere. It was just like we opened the door, like, "What's up?" I don't.
It was Eric.
Yeah.
We were on tour with Harlots, and Eric Dunn, the guitar player, he was in their van, talking to his girlfriend on the phone, and this dude comes up with a pipe and was telling him to get out of the van, and it's like, "This is my van." It's like, "Get out of the fucking van." It's like, "This is my van," and then like called us all down from the house, and like 15 guys came down and were like, "What's going on down here?" And it's like, "Oh shit, you guys brought a posse."
Yeah.
And we're like, "What's
I
going on?"
scurried into the
And
bushes.
he's like, his like wife and his kid are in the door, and this is just across the street from the house we were staying at.
Yeah,
So we decided to get out there pretty quick.
that's Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit.
Robo- No RoboCop showed up to help you out?
No.
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
All right, so would you rather have pubic hair for teeth or teeth for pubic hair?
Teeth for pubic hair?
Yeah, teeth for pubic hair.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Be a new fetish.
Yeah. Like movie teeth. You ever see the movie Teeth?
Would you rather fight a teenage bear or 3 ostriches on cocaine?
Well, we were on cocaine?
The
Yeah,
ostriches are on cocaine.
So I'll fight anyone for cocaine.
Let's see. Ostriches could be pretty.
Yeah, I took a bear, man.
Yeah. Probably try to snuggle them down.
If you were killed by ostriches, though, that's like people are gonna be like, dude, this guy was like killed by birds. If you're killed by a bear, they'd be like, oh, he fought a fucking bear.
Right,
that's more noble.
It's like a wimp.
Would you rather have your mom or dad catch you masturbating, or you catch them?
Oh my god, these are new.
Maybe my dad catching me.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be too bad. You know, he's been there. He's been a whatever age.
Fucking knock it out anywhere.
Yeah, right.
You can only hear one song for the rest of your life, and it's between Bohemian Rhapsody or Ring of Fire. Did you all see that Paranormal Activity right there, dude?
Alien poster.
Bohemian Rhapsody for me, I think.
I guess that's the best because it's like 10 songs in one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
It's like a roller coaster ride.
yeah. You get all the moods in there. Ring of Fire. What is that?
Fucking awesome. Both awesome.
Both awesome for sure.
Would you rather have your body found on a pile of sex toys or naked pictures of Guy Fieri?
Sex toys are pretty fun.
There's no thing in that.
They're pretty funny. It'd be a more funny kind of.
I don't know. I think naked pictures of Guy Fieri
I
would be
guess
kinda fun,
it's
too.
worth a piece. Yeah, true.
Would you rather have no penis or 5 penises?
5 penises.
For sure.
Fuck 5 chicks at the same time.
Would you rather cut off one of your fingers or pay $5,000 of your own money for the person you hate most to go on vacation?
What? Definitely money. I'm not cutting off a finger.
Yeah.
Well, of course, the guitarist is not going to cut off a finger.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be right back, man.
Maybe pay. You leaving me?
Yeah, you got it.
Needs a smoke break.
Would you rather live forever or die in the next 5 minutes?
Probably die in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool if you died on my podcast.
Yeah. Right. You hit millions of views.
Alright, you either sweat milk or grow blue cheese as plaque on your teeth.
Shit.
Wait, what is this? This is a new one.
Yeah.
Sweat too.
I was at the bar last night and somebody told me sweat milk or grow blue cheese as plaque on your teeth.
Probably sweat milk. And try not to sweat, you know?
Would you rather pop one of your testicles like a grape? Or eat a monster turd produced by Gabriel Iglesias with a fork and knife at a slow pace?
Dude, you can't grow back a nut.
Eat a turd.
I'll eat the cat poop.
I'll eat the shit. I'm gonna pop testicle out.
Would you rather be turned on by men wearing Crocs or fedoras?
I don't. Chad, our bass player, always wore Crocs. So I think the Crocs.
What the fuck? You shred
Yeah,
them.
it's funny stuff.
Would you rather have vagina armpits or an armpit between your legs?
Vagina armpits. What about you?
I don't know. I don't know about these questions, man.
See, this is crazy because we're doing it with 2 people and it's mixed reviews. Like, either this like shits on the entire interview, or it makes the entire interview really funny.
Yeah.
Carry on. Yeah, definitely vagina armpits.
Yeah. Be fun.
All right. And this will be the last one because it's kind of fucked. But would you rather fuck your mother in your girlfriend's body, or fuck your girlfriend in your mother's body?
Girlfriend's and mother's body. Yeah, I'd be what?
Girlfriend and your mother. Yeah, girlfriend in my mom's body.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah.
You guys made it through the fucking gauntlet.
Nice.
Swoo!
That was rough.
All right, Keith, you got a question?
Sure. What the hell is experimental teenage noodle grind?
You got this one.
Oh, yeah, I think
Playing a show
Oh,
in
yeah.
New York?
We were,
or,
trying to book Chad was trying to book a DIY tour, and this really fucking awful hardcore band. Oh, we asked to play on their show, and he just came back at us with fucking dude, man. He was like, if I have to play with another experimental teenage noodle grind band, I'm gonna kill myself. And yeah, there's douchebags.
Yeah, but he's got to think that, hey, maybe if I play breakdown after breakdown after breakdown,
Okay.
it works both ways.
Yep.
Yep.
That's you see a lot of that touring, sure,
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
metal band.
What, like,
Yeah, then we decided to make a shirt out of it because it sounded kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They got this really cheesy bowl of noodles. Because Chad was doing screen printing back then, so we get art or whatever. If we had ideas, he'd pretty much do them up, whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
what did you guys have a kind of? So I remember back in the day, whenever I'd go see a mathcore band or someone technically, whatever, they're always on tour with a metalcore band or deathcore band, someone with too many breakdowns. So I was kind of on the other side of the fence where people are like, I'm just going to go to a show because they'll be moshing, not because I like the music. I just want to be seen and mosh. You guys went on tour. What's your kind of relationship with that kind of audience? At least back in the day, it seemed more prevalent than it is now. But
No, yeah, for sure. There was times like could be a lot of street shows, but kids would come up and ask us, "Do you play breakdowns?" And we were like, "Yeah, we have some," but then they're like, "Well, that's all they're looking for,
Yeah.
so they can beat each other up." And,
Yeah, people used to have like mosh crews and whatnot.
yeah, I really don't do what you do. Like, I'm not a big hardcore guy, but don't fucking hit me in the face. Just pisses me off, man.
So what was the scene like in the town where you guys started out?
Really good.
Yeah, pretty diverse. There's a lot of I don't know. I mean,
He's from White Bear Lake, and I'm from way up north originally, but he
Twin
grew up
Cities
with
in general, I guess. Yeah.
the scene took off with after the burial for metal, right?
Yeah.
And he went to
like,
school with those
went
guys.
to high school with those guys and started out playing shows with them. Just friends playing shows. We were on, that band before the Crinn was in this band, Set the Shotgun to the Head, and we would play with after the burial. And it started out as just teenagers, and then they kind of went, and we kind of went, which is good. Part of those dudes. Not super into the music, but it's awesome to see friends get where they are, and play sold out shows and headline tours. And
They definitely deserve it because they're really talented.
yeah.
Yeah, we played shows with those guys in like fucking shitty VFWs and
Yeah.
or seen them. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, playing with straight hardcore bands too. It's some were worse than others. You do your thing on stage and then get off. If you have to go to the bar, if it's a VFW, just go hang out behind the table, or or if you're into the mosh, do the mosh. But yeah,
But like
it's pretty.
in late high school, like there's this band from here. They're kind of new metal band, but really good too. American Head Charge. They really sparked the scene up too. They're still making music, but they had one like major album or a couple major albums.
Yeah, I saw them way back when, and they impressed me with the keyboards because I think they had it on like some kind of socket or some kind of spring, and they would just like.
Oh yeah, it was like.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool
yeah.
live show they had going on back in the day.
Yeah, I definitely caught those guys a handful of times. They
had really sick live shows back in the day.
Yeah.
Like they had pigs' heads on stakes and shit.
They take shotguns on stage.
Oh no, the bass player,
with blanks and
he fucking nailed his scrotum to a piece of wood.
What?
Oh.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Really?
Nailed his scrotum to a piece of wood. Like,
Wow, that band, they probably deserve a little bit more credit now. I hear that.
yeah. Oh, they're sick. They're like crazy fuckers. Sure.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the scene around your area actually like pushed you guys to like kind of chase after music more, or was it just kind of like you guys really just wanted to play music?
Right.
Yeah, I think, just doing our own thing. I mean, I feel like the scene, there weren't a whole lot of like mathy bands, tech bands in the Twin Cities area around the time we started, and
Yeah.
we just play kind of wherever and with whoever, and otherwise, we just, I think, had the most fun getting together as friends and becoming friends and writing music. Is super fun and interesting to play, and
Sure.
yeah, I think playing that kind of music is a blast, and I have a lot of fun with it. And then listening to it, and like, you can only listen to it so much at a time. It's so like, not super listen friendly, but definitely good style of music. But
Yeah. We just really enjoyed albums that are like just music in general, and particular albums that got us to start this band were like fucking classics, man, like Jane Doe and Calculating Infinity and shit like that. We just wanted to start writing some crazy shit, and then honestly, I don't think it went as far without our bass player Chad, because he kind of OCD with stuff, and he really got us out there. Like we probably got us on tours. He did all that.
Papa Bear.
Yeah, he's like the dad in the band.
I heard he likes to drive a lot on tour.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he bought a van for us, and
He's the driver.
yeah.
I think just because he's kind of one of those guys, paranoid, and if anybody else drives, he can't relax. He's just sitting in the chair like.
Yeah.
Dude,
I had to drive once, and I got a fucking flat tire.
Oh yeah.
It's like the only time I ever got a flat tire.
He's a trooper, man. He just from California back home, 25 hours, just like almost straight. A few hours of sleep here and there at truck stops, but
yeah, we did a lot of camping back then too.
Yeah,
that's what John was saying. Something about doing camping on tour. Do you guys like stop at camping spots, or it's just how you're living at the time?
State parks, yeah, we look for them.
Yeah, we in like Texas hit some campgrounds. Chad. Some of the shitters were all taken, so Chad was taking a shower and shit in the shower and stomped it down the drain with his flip.
Oh.
Awesome. Like, that's a hero, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd pull out some instruments and pads around the fire and just, noodle.
There was this one,
state parks.
There's this one crazy dude in Tennessee. He like came out of nowhere with a full fucking pine tree. And he had this truck stop like whore there with him, and I wasn't there, but Corey and Chad were like, yeah, she'll suck all your dicks for $30. Yeah, it's just weird. Shit happened at these.
So, was it the best $30 you ever spent on tour?
No, Chad said, "Oh, can I just jerk off in her mouth?" I ain't touching that.
So, what was the first band you ever toured with?
Let's see. I joined the band a little bit after they had started. Original drummer Corey Mellum, still good friends of ours.
Our first tour was with you, I think, to Florida, wasn't it? Your
Oh
old band?
yeah.
Set the
My
Shotgun.
old band Set the Shotgun went on tour with the Crinn down to Florida.
And we did have one before that with Giant Cages of Fake from New York. That was one of our first tours. Really cool dudes.
What was it like going out on tour for the first time? Like, was it just like a big road trip, or like was it there like moments that were just like crazy to you, like you feel like you've actually like accomplished shit or something?
Yeah.
Uh,
If you look at the shows, man,
Yeah.
you really don't feel like you accomplished much. But it's basically you drive to your next show to pay for your gas, and it's like
it's basically a road trip. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fun, and like
definitely playing's the best part of it.
yeah, for sure.
It's
and-
cool to see the country, but it gets to look the same after a while, and you can't really stop and do shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's some people. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't toured before, I feel like a lot of people have a different vision of tour life, of like great shows. Well, but in
Yeah.
reality, if you think about it, you've never played a state, and you aren't too new of a band, and you don't have much publicity.
Right, you gotta find the good drawing band and try to get on their show.
Yeah, you play in front of 5 people in a couple bands.
Yeah, that happens.
It's still fun. I mean, you still play the same every night in front
Right.
of 2,000 or 200 or 2 people. It's always
Yeah, we got super tight towards the end of the tour.
for sure.
Then we try and record.
You guys
We were
went on.
super tight.
Did you go to Canada?
No, I can't get in. So
Okay,
bullshit I did it in when I was 17. We tried to get in twice, but we're denied both times.
Everybody always tells us the craziest fucking Canada stories. Like, I never imagined that the border would be that secure to get into fucking Canada, and everybody tells us that either they can't get in or they're never allowed back, or fucking Justin Pearson told us they had a fucking gun pulled on him. And
Really?
Yeah, all kinds of crazy shit. What's your Canada experience?
Well, we don't really have one. We were going in from Detroit, and they everything seemed cool to go. They searched our van and shit, but then Mr. Leonard, can you follow me? So I was like, what the fuck? And then there's this. I go in this office, and he's sitting there. It's really serious. He's in big red letters on this piece of paper. It says assault. And I'm like, I had a disorderly conduct when I was 17, but they think they bump it way up, so you're a fucking crazy man. Yeah, then he's like, we cannot grant you access into Canada. And then we were pretty bummed out because we were going to Terrorfest. We got on that show. A lot of sweet bands.
Were you playing with Fuck the Facts? Is that kind of your gateway to Canada?
Yeah, we played with them a bunch. But this was a rather big Canadian festival with Neuraxis, I think, was on it. Bunch of awesome bands.
How many actual releases did you guys put out? Albums?
4.
Yeah, we got the first EP, Kills Curiosity, with the old singer John.
And the old drummer.
Yeah,
Corey,
and then
first drummer.
Corey's on the second one too, the self-titled EP, Prin. And then he came on Dreaming Saturn.
Which of those were your favorite to record?
I like Shadow Breather the best because I did it here mostly. Or our engineer did the drums. We did that in 2
Reamping
days.
and stuff. Yeah. Shadow. Yeah, same here. I think Dreaming Saturn. Our deal with Nuclear Blast. We had to fulfill 45 minutes, and for a kind of a tech metal band, to do 45 minutes of music. You know,
Yeah.
took a long time to write, took a long
Yeah,
time
so
to process.
We
and
tried
you
to
know,
make it
it's-
more proggy and stretch it out,
Yeah.
which I don't know if it really worked out, but it's an okay album. There's some bad songwriting on it, but it was a hard one to write. That's
I
for
think
sure.
so too. Yeah.
So, back in the day, you were putting out like album teasers or behind the scenes, like clips here and there. And
Yeah.
there was this one video in particular that I think it was Chad held up a big piece of paper with a diagram of what was going on conceptually with the album. And I've always wanted to take a good look at that. Maybe what was the concept or is the concept behind Dreaming Saturn that was in that picture?
Oh, that was
Is that the die roll?
no,
Or no?
I think that was the flow of the album because it was supposed to be a circular, like the last riff would start out on the first song or whatever, but it really didn't turn out to be that way. It was supposed to
kind
flow,
of to be like
yeah.
a conceptual, like a concept album, kind of flow as a whole. You know,
But then we were fucking around down here one day, and where we got like all that. Chad was on like an electronic kick, like a cocky ESP noise shit. So we put all that noise on the end, just to like, almost like you're
bleed out
sucking,
like
yeah.
yeah.
And it just stops real quick. I don't know.
And it just to fill that 45 minutes,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
So, all right, what is your experience with Nuclear Blast? Seems to be kind of a so-so experience, good and bad. What's your take on it? John seemed to want me to bring it up because he said it was a shit show. Is how
It's
he
fine.
described it.
They offered us a deal, man. There's like signing bands for the shits.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like big labels tend to, they'll take, 15 grand and throw it at a band and see what they can do with it. And if not,
Yeah.
not a huge loss. And if they make a good chunk of money off of it, it's a bonus. I feel like
Yeah, it's all about the money.
labels of that size, yeah, especially in that time, I feel like labels now are are having a pretty hard time, I think.
Yeah.
So you guys were contracted for just the one album, or did you
Yeah,
break
yeah.
it to do?
We had option and
we
turned it down.
Well, yeah, we ended up emailing them. They didn't do anything really for promotion on our end. We didn't see any, album drop. They didn't really promote, or they didn't, they
Yeah.
said they were dropping the albums in Europe the following week, and I don't think that ever happened.
Nope. It was like pretty much after almost we weren't even done writing the album. It seemed like they're done with us. So
Yeah,
because we were just like they did not. Like, we're not at all interested
This
in
one?
the second album.
All right, so this, I gotta say, I think it's really sick artwork. How did you get in touch with this guy to do this? I know he's kind of legendary metal album cover artist guy. I think he did the Atheist Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But how did you guys get in touch with the?
Did we just email him?
Yeah, we just found him online.
Eli Rand, was that?
Yeah, Eliran.
Or
How you ever see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some sick stuff out there that's like cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Testament. Actually, there's like a black metal band that I really liked, and the album art was awesome. So I just looked them up,
Right on.
and he had a couple drafts of Dreaming Saturn, but the label turned down one of them.
Yeah, just too busy, and it didn't really promote. The Crinn was either like too small, or it's too much going on, or
Yeah.
they didn't like.
They really have that much say in like what you guys put out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, they'll definitely, if a cover's not in par with them, they'll just,
They told us
give
where
it the yes or the no.
Yeah, they told us where to go to get it mixed. Like we wanted, I believe, like Matt Bayless or Kurt Ballou to mix it, but they're like, no, he's too loose. We want the tightest production you can.
Yeah, I think they
find.
just worked with so many people. Some labels just work with a handful of people, probably get cheaper rates or whatever.
But no, it turned out good. I like the sound.
Yeah,
of
it's
it for
definitely.
sure. Zach did a really good job. Got Castle alternate.
Do you have a question, Keith?
Every time I try to look up I was trying to be prepared, and I looked up some just history of the band and stuff like that. And it seems like everywhere I went, someone's always asking a question, what happened to the original singer?
Johnny Peterson, he still around. He's got some pretty funky projects going. He's after the Crinn, I think he got Johnny's got a ray gun, pretty like electronical, like pretty bizarre out there, you know.
It sounds like something he would move on to, so to speak, just based on the look and a few YouTube videos I've seen.
Yep.
It's kind of
a very, you know.
He's got his own thing going.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely an art school student.
So, as a group, what was your guys' like procedure to when it came to like writing material?
For the most part, we just got together. You know, Cole would bring a riff or two or three. A lot of times, you know, like Cole would bring a riff, Chad would write to that riff, and you know, they never really wrote together. It was just like different parts overlapping, which sounded pretty sweet. And then so Chad would write to Cole's riff, and then Cole would write another riff to what Chad just wrote to Cole's riff, you know, so you get like 3 or 4 different riffs or structures or styles of riffage basically out of one idea, you know. It bounced into like 8 different ideas and get added into the song or do something backwards, or, you know, as one track I think we did Cole and Chad were big into Magic the Gathering, and that 18-sided die, it would roll it, and we just did this big count, this however many times you'd repeat it, whatever frets and strings, and it's pretty bizarre, pretty interesting and fun to learn.
Yeah, that's awesome. As fuck, actually.
Yeah, it turned into pretty jazzy. I don't remember what the Magic die, what did we use that for?
Yeah, 20-sided die.
20-sided
We're all
die.
like, or Chad and actually Chad and I are really into Magic the Gathering, so
Nerds.
we're nerds. We rock out games before practice all the time.
What's your favorite deck to use?
I like black magic, so I'm all about killing your shit and then gaining, or just stopping you away, draining your life.
You ever play D&D?
No, never got into it.
Right on.
But,
So, what would you say the craziest stage injury you've ever seen, either inflicted upon yourself or seen somebody in the crowd or another band? What would you say the craziest injury you've ever seen at a show was?
Shit, I don't know. One time Chad, we're playing a Halloween show, and he drilled his bass right into his nose and like split it open.
Yeah,
had to get stitches and blood everywhere.
Totally forgot about
Split
that.
his nose, just
Damn.
pretty.
Yeah.
What's
Good thing it was a Halloween show.
What's one of the weirdest places you've ever played?
Weirdest places. That strip club like thing in Jacksonville, Florida. Remember playing behind the fence?
Yeah.
And this.
Oh, yeah, we played at like a skate park in Kentucky out in the farm.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was super sick. Not really weird. I mean, it was a little weird, but super awesome. Super good vibe. Super...
Yeah, there's been some weird ones. It's hard to think of. Yeah.
Derek Vasconi was actually from a Second Story Window. He actually said that they were trying to book a entire house show tour, like a tour of just house shows.
Oh yeah.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah, would that be something that you guys would have liked to have taken part in or anything like that?
For sure, yeah.
I love house shows. It's like everyone's in your face and you just can party and do whatever.
Yeah, it's always interesting. Definitely fun, yeah, for sure. It's always a weird, awkward for gear and stuff. You never know what you're gonna come. Every show is different.
He just played at a house they had a cool little room in the basement. His band SlowTrails, like a thrash metal or
yeah, like I don't know, like D-beat metal kind of.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hardcore-ish, dark hardcore metal.
But yeah, there's only like 25 people there, but it felt like a big show because the room was full and
Yeah,
I mean, it just makes it
it's
cool.
a small little place just outside of Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Played with Thieves from Chicago
Souls.
and Souls from South Dakota and it's the other band from Chicago. It was good. Yeah, good show.
So Amir wants to know when is a new song premiering?
Well,
Actually, I was talking to John. You know that we have a kind of a side project, whatever it's called, Squared. And when John was here tracking one of his bands, because we're in my studio right now, but he laid on some vocals to that Squared song, and he's like, "Well, let's make that Crinn song whenever we."
whenever Chad moves back from New Mexico.
I don't think the Crinn's totally dead, but it's like everyone's still down. Seems like
Just on
we did
extended hiatus.
Yeah.
I was talking with Kieth about this earlier that like bands like of this genre and of the era, you know, like the late 90s, early 2000s era.
Mm-hmm.
To me, all these bands, including you guys, were just like images or CDs or album artwork, and that's like all I ever knew. Besides, like maybe like 3 or 4 live MySpace pictures or something, you know, and it's really cool to be able to put a face with, you know, the music that I've listened to, and I was just wondering, because when I think of the Crinn, I think of that like vulture artwork, you know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Who did the artwork for that?
I think it's dude in Michigan. I don't remember who. Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did a lot of like those grind bands.
Yeah.
Shit back in the day.
There was this one guy who was doing all of the artwork for so many different bands that was very similar to that, but I can't remember his name.
Like See You Next Tuesday used a lot of it. No.
What was your take on those extremely bright like shirts with like, I don't know, like either guts or like whatever, and just like full frontal print? Were you guys like ever into that?
Yeah, we made it one of those. Like it's got alien on it, right?
Yeah, squeezing an eyeball, and it's got like the gut, I think, and like the kind of pop art, you know.
But for a while,
big
you're right, like, there was a lot like of that shit going on
definitely.
With metal logos you can't read, but they're in neon. It's like the new grind or
the spark, the gold flake.
Yeah,
that is always kind of cool.
But You Next Tuesday had some sweet shirts back in the day.
Yeah. Actually, I talked with Fox after a show one time, and he ended up giving me this shirt, and I guess it was like a zombie that its head was like cut off, but your head was the zombie's head on the shirt, and it was just
nice
guts falling out that said "See you next Tuesday."
That's funny.
That's rad.
I always hated those shirts, honestly. I always hated that bright, super bright shit, and they're always like slim fit to like fit your skinny jeans. But I'm a fat dude, so I just look like a fucking ostrich wearing that shit. Like, it was horrible.
Yep.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. So like, when you guys, I'm gonna take one out of Keith's arsenal here. What is your favorite gas station food? Your go-to gas station food?
Oh, dude.
He's ice cream, right?
Ice cream, man. Yeah. What is the strawberry cheesecake thing? You know, the freezer.
It's shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake. Every day, every couple, like multiple times a day, we'd stop at fill up, and I'd always grab the ice cream.
You get so excited because you could get ice cream. Yep. But I would say seeds for me, like just spitters, man.
Yeah. Whose farts smelt the worst?
John. I could stink it up too.
Yeah, I think we all could have. Times.
Depends on what our diet was. We had a tour where all we ate was like fucking Golden Corral and just these buffets, and
you guys were living large, man.
Rip it. Yeah, we were eating every night. Put calories in. and go sit in a van.
Who was the craziest band to tour with?
Craziest is like crazy people or crazy
Yeah,
cool
like, just kind of
band?
Like, well, both. You could answer both ways, I guess.
We're all pretty well behaved metal dudes. Yeah, not many crazy. Like there's some like that young band. Dance Club Massacre. We toured with them once. They're pretty goofy, but not.
Yeah, that was on the Psyopus tour with Dance Club Massacre.
Not many. Yeah, there wasn't any crazy drugs or anything going on.
No.
But the Heartland, they're pretty.
They're fun.
Pretty fun, yeah.
I actually forgot about that band. Thank you for saying that name.
Yeah.
So you guys were on a 4-way split, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
I have the impression that was Fuck the Facts' idea, because they have like 40 splits.
Yeah.
Is that how?
You know what? I think it was actually this dude. It was at Four Seasons.
Yeah, Four Seasons.
Out of Germany, or
Yeah, he put out a couple of them.
he put out one, and his idea was, he had a band from U.S., a band from Canada, a band from France, I think, and maybe one from Germany. So yeah, like the 4 countries, and I think that was his approach. Just around the world, kind of. So I think it was this dude that emailed us, kind of out of the blue.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super cool.
Do you guys keep in touch with anybody from back in those days?
I know Chad and Corey, our old drummer. They're pretty good friends with the New York boys. Johnny Cage is a fake.
Yeah.
I was really quiet.
I would love to get them on the show. I fucking used to love Johnny Cage.
Yeah. Did you ever listen to their in the band Tiger Flowers?
I've never heard that.
That's their new one, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick out of New York. And this other band, Meek is Murder. Good buddies. They do a split music video. Actually, it's pretty sick.
That's awesome. I'm definitely gonna reach out to them.
Yeah,
Totally. They're really good.
Another band I would have always liked to have gotten was Letters in Binary. They were sick too.
Haven't heard of them.
yeah. I don't know.
I'll
Don't
check them
recall
out.
hearing them.
Yeah, it was good shit.
Yeah.
You guys are in St. Paul?
Right now we're in Crystal at my house. He lives in Mounds View, Shoreview.
Shoreview, Roseville-ish.
So suburbs.
Yeah, just outside of St. Paul.
Okay.
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
There was early 90s. Actually, Minneapolis had a really awesome metal scene.
Mm-hmm.
There was one band in particular that still is good. Like, even if I listen to them now, called The Regime. And the singer ended up owning a bar in St. Paul called The Noose.
Yeah.
Or I guess, if you could somehow, I'm throwing an album or something like that, but really good shit. Like, I'm just kind of, it's weird that Minneapolis or even Minnesota had such an awesome scene for so long, and then just kind of dive down, and then from then on it was just a band here and there, after Burial, you guys, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good bands now, man.
There's still there's some local bands that have been playing for 15 years but have never, put out awesome albums, but get, Blue Ox, this local band.
Yeah.
Super awesome, super just a party band, play heavy.
Yeah, there's really good. Lots of.
Yeah,
Sunless is amazing.
Sunless is super sick.
It's a good time for Minneapolis, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like it did hit a slump and then kind of picking back up. I feel like a lot of younger kids. I'll go to a show and see all these younger bands, and it's definitely pretty mind blowing. I don't go to shows that as often as I used to, for sure, but I'll try to get out every couple weeks, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. The younger bands, I always forget, all these. Obviously, there's just up and coming bands, and some of them kill it, for sure.
Is Blue Ox still doing anything? Because I actually remember them. I think they're posting on your message board on the Apparatus way back when
Oh
for
yeah,
shows. And yeah, cool dudes.
yeah, super awesome, dude. They still get together once a week and drink a 30-pack of beer and smoke a ton of bud. And
They probably have like 4 albums they could record, but
yeah, they always track with Adam Tucker, who we tracked all of our albums with. Does awesome work. Yeah, I mean, they just go in. They all, no band money. They all just fork over a ton of money to Adam and, you know, make a super awesome album.
Yeah.
But, you know, don't know what to do with it. They all just like, just super awesome dudes, busy working, doing life and stuff. And yeah, still killing it on the weekends playing shows.
Did
Oh,
you
very
guys did you guys ever have like a any weird traditions or anything that you would, not really tradition, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Ritual?
Yeah, like a ritual or anything that you guys would do? There's that paranormal activity again.
Your
Well-
poster. That's
Yeah.
Prince coming through the walls.
All right, Prince.
yeah.
Um,
No, not really. I just have a couple beers before I played.
yeah. Try.
Try
I
to
think,
remember all the parts.
Yeah. Chad would never have more than 1 or 2 beers before the show. I think I would only have 1 beer before the show because I can't play drums while I'm a little bit buzzed. Some people kill it, some people can't do it. I'm
Did
one
you
of
guys
them.
ever cover any songs?
Yeah, we did Godflesh Way.
Godflesh, yeah.
Is that the only one we did?
I think so.
Where-
We always talked about doing a Weezer cover, but never got around to that.
Where could we hear that Godflesh cover? Was it ever live or is just?
Yeah, we played it live.
We played it live a bunch of times. I don't know if it was ever recorded or videotaped or anything.
Yeah, I don't think there is one.
That's the worst part about this, like, that time frame is just because nobody had the camera phones and, you know,
Right,
everything
yeah.
that we have today, so it's like,
Yeah.
shit, if a local garage band fucking farts on a snare drum, you know, it's on YouTube, and,
Yeah,
you know,
for
all
sure.
these great things. That's why, like, I really, like what I do, because now when people type in the Crinn, there's one more thing that's going to pop up on YouTube that they can learn about, you know, and actually
Yeah.
relate to people and shit, and
Yeah.
that's like, that's the entire point behind it for me.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have any kind of like beef or like a quarrel with another band?
No juice.
Not
No.
really. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean,
What about a promoter?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody, when we had the old singer, they call us the wannabe Blood Brothers, but we didn't care, so I don't know. No one really don't really care what other bands do.
Yeah. We're pretty level-headed
Yeah.
guys. Don't really give a shit what people say.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to pull out some vinyl?
I don't have vinyl, but I have a bunch of CDs.
Well, would you like to take a moment to go ahead and share some of the stuff that you've listened to
Sure.
or listening to?
Yeah. These are all just my CDs, but this is phenomenal. Radiation 4. They came out with one album on Abacus Records. They originally recorded it with the guy from Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum, but then they went and redid everything with Matt Bayless, I believe. But fucking awesome. Any of these interest you, Chris?
Yeah.
Burnt by the Sun, you know.
Classic.
Classic.
This is a classic. OK Computer. This is Adam Tucker, the main man around here to record at. This is his band, Scanner Darkly. It's after Philip K. Dick stories, like a tribute to that.
Sure.
Really rad. This bad boy.
Ooh, that's nice and shiny too.
Yeah.
I actually
Awesome
just
effort.
reached out to them, but I'm not holding my breath on them responding.
Yeah.
Too busy.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, the locals. Was this the first?
Yeah, that was like a promo for
Promo,
when
yeah.
they got.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I got
think
a
you
signed
guys- yeah,
shotgun
these
shell
guys-
still.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
interviewed
yeah.
this in
The
person.
Locust, yeah.
I actually have a package sitting on my desk from him right now. He sent us, and I can't wait
Nice.
to open the shit.
This is
Yeah.
ISIS. I love them.
I think I got that album at No Name on vacation for like $2. I'm like, who the hell would trade this in?
Nice.
Which
Hey.
album? Panel Captation?
No, the Oceanic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This album blew me away. The end with Individia. One of my favorites.
Yeah, it's
Great album.
Yeah.
definitely a winner.
What else we got here? I like, fun music too, like this, mindless.
All right? So I had to. I came up with some questions to ask you guys, and I wasn't sure if I'd actually be on the cast tonight. And I always try to throw some humor or some joke questions to see if Nick would actually say them.
Yeah.
And then one of them was, how did you get the MSI singer to play on your first demo?
Yeah, Jimmy Urine.
Yeah.
We're pretty tight. Obviously, I'm going to see these guys on June 9th. This is Tool.
Right on.
I love Tool. First, fucking amazing Swedish band.
Right on.
I like their last album, Lazarus Bird. It's totally crazy awesome. It's industrial from the 90s. I don't know.
Chris,
Remember
you
these
can,
guys?
you can act
Yeah.
like you have
Ooh.
your albums with you, and you can hold up nothing and talk about
Sure.
something else.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's Live by Mistake.
Lied by Mistake.
Yeah, we had those guys on too.
Oh,
Yeah.
tight. Yeah, they're good.
Candida, really good.
Yeah.
Stoner Rock, how we do.
Daughters. Always good.
Yeah.
Hold on, which
Earlier
which
band
album?
has a sunset.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That is
That's
some
awesome.
Yeah.
OOP right there.
Whoa!
Chris,
Stack
which
down.
which daughter's album?
That
That
was
was-
There's a Sunset. Or I like all of the Daughters. The newest one's cool.
Yeah, as well. Definitely different after what the last was it?
Canada song?
Canada
Yeah.
Songs was like the screamy one, and Hell Songs was the
Hell
strange one.
The Southern Drunk.
Yeah.
Like yeah, they're both definitely different, but I enjoy them both.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I feel like a lot of people got turned off with that different vocal style, but
I definitely was one of those people.
yeah.
Fucking Kieth keeps telling me that album was very well received, and that I should stop making daughters memes. But
No, to be honest, I didn't like it at the time either. But then when they did the self-titled one, I was like, all right, they kind of they nailed the what they were trying to do.
Well,
Yeah,
At this
Yeah,
point,
what-
I can definitely sit and listen to it and appreciate it. But when
Yeah.
when I first heard it, I was just like, why did one of my favorite bands do this?
Yeah, like Miss Machine.
Yeah.
I mean, now I can like it better, but at the time I was like, you guys ruined it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like you get older and you appreciate the song structure and how, it's just different.
It's,
You're
it's
younger,
really
you're just like,
strange. how
where's the crazy chaos?
Yeah.
Like,
it's strange how
You
your
go
tastes
off.
change. Like,
yeah.
it's really weird. So I guess we can, unless Chris has any more he wants to share besides daughters.
I brought something. What do you got, Chris?
Go ahead.
Is it Invisible Oranges? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, this. All right, so I thought we were gonna share vinyls. I don't really have vinyls, but I had vinyl, and I thought this would be something you guys would appreciate too. I gotta take my headphones off though, so I can't hear you. But
Nice.
Holy
That's
shit!
awesome.
Yeah, when he said that he had vinyl to share, I didn't know that's what he was talking about.
That's funny.
I
I'm
love
gonna,
that artwork, man.
I'm gonna try to pry that from his cold dead fingers.
Yeah.
so, at the time, Cyobus was on tour, and they were using that on their merch table, and I was like, "Arp, how much?" He's like, well, it wasn't really for sale. We use it on our stage. I'm like, I know you're hurting for gas money. Name a price. He's like, $100. Like, I'll give you 200 for it.
That's awesome.
So I get
$200 for that?
At the time, yeah.
Holy
At the time, but not now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm supposed to send it back to him.
Oh,
Because he's got an office or something, but I figured I would show it on the cast before I sent it back to him.
Tell him $250.
For 2 hours.
yeah.
You gotta make a profit.
I had it. Well, it's something cool. I don't know. It's like 2 by something.
Hell yeah,
Awesome.
that's fucking dope. Oh, also, Keith, I wanted to let you know, in your package that you sent me,
Yeah.
I decided to keep one thing.
What was that?
If you look up, oh, you can't see my camera. Fuck, I forgot about that. But yeah, I took the number 12 stencil.
Oh, okay.
And I framed it and put it on my wall.
They do not like Chris art.
Number 12.
Really?
Or at least the guitarist Adam didn't have. He was indifferent about him, but it was funny because I'm like, that's my hero you're talking about, motherfucker. I'll fight you.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy because I used to be super into Psyopus, and like I said, all these bands were just a CD or an image to me at the time or whatever, and or like an MP3 sometimes, not even like I'd have nothing physical to see or anything, and you know, YouTube didn't have jack shit to offer either, so I would I would just know I loved the band and I loved these songs, and a lot of the times I wouldn't even know the titles of the songs, you know, like I'd download like a torrent pack that said like track 1, track 2, track 3, and shit like that, you know. So before I started doing this show, I didn't even know who the fuck Chris Arp was. I just knew that I saw Psyopus play, and this motherfucker's fingers were bleeding all over his fucking guitar, and it was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Until I saw Dillinger recently, but it was still like, it was just phenomenal. Like,
Yeah. Dillinger still brings it, man. They're getting old, but they still bring it.
oh yeah.
I got one more thing for show and tell, and it's really nasty and beat up, but for some reason I kept it. It's this guy right here.
We can mail you 100 more.
Yeah.
And,
I got a
and
whole
it,
box of those.
it came with one of these like a month after the street date when I pre-ordered it. So thanks Nuclear Blast for nothing.
Dicks.
Shit.
Funny.
I was so pissed. I was emailing them everything, and they're like, "Yeah, we have no control over the mail." I'm like, "Well, give me something in the meantime." Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit.
So I guess at this point we can do a couple. You guys could, if you can remember anything or would like to share some tour stories or just some amusing anecdotes, and then we can wrap this up.
Okay. Yeah. Just,
Where's the worst place you had to take a shit on tour? Like, man, I gotta go, man. Well, I don't know where the hell I am.
on stage is the worst place.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
You get that fart you can't trust, and you just blow it while you're drumming. And, oh,
Yeah, never trust the fart.
never trust the fart. Fuck yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, lots of like we got a flat tire, or no, we ran on gas, and Chad was running down the fucking road. First, I don't know what he's running to, but then he comes back and he's like, he doesn't say a word. He just drops his pants and grabs a towel out of the van and wipes his ass, and throws it in the ditch because he just shit his pants. But he just the way. He didn't say anything. He was just like, yeah, this is what happened. Yeah. That happened. But
Any
Yeah.
problems with the law?
not really.
Not really, no. Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Not even
with
in
Chad
Florida.
when he's
You guys never
driving.
got pulled over in Florida.
No,
That's
I don't think we ever got pulled over.
damn, son.
Yeah, well, locally John had to piss really bad, and we just did like an hour and a half drive or something. But we pulled behind a gas station that was closed. This was late at night, and John gets out to piss behind the dumpster, and the cops come over and shine some lights. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, just stretching our legs, and John comes, popping around the corner, like,
What are you
just
doing?
stretching my legs. Like, oh, we're not seeing in public. And,
Yeah.
Who knows what the cops were thinking.
They're really bored cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Good, upstanding citizens of
Yeah.
America.
Didn't have
Chad
any,
being the driver. Yeah, Chad's dad is a retired sheriff of 30-some years.
no shit.
So I think he's got that in his head.
John's
too.
got John has a hot grandma. She lives in Florida too.
Oh yeah, what's her number?
Yeah.
No problems like with promoters or people not giving you money that needed to be given out. Or...
Yeah.
Yo.
There's one locally that I probably shouldn't say that's a complete d-bag. He's one of the biggest male promoters in Minnesota. You can figure it out.
Oh, did you ever? I'm trying to think. Don Decker, I know, was a huge part of like promoting in Minnesota. Do you guys have any run-ins with him or seen him live or?
Totally, yeah. We used to chat all the time at Station 4 with him. He'd always be there drinking. Like anytime there was a metal band, I think he lived upstairs of Station 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there was a venue called the Mirage. I don't know locations at the moment off the top of my head, but Anal Blast would play there all the time. My father was a bouncer, and my aunt was like she'd rip tickets at the door, and I guess he was just basically a bar rat, just there all the time. You know, can I get my band to play? But come to find out, the guy was really good friends with my aunt and decided to babysit my cousin a few times. And I'm like, you let that guy babysit my cousin? What's wrong with you? She goes, actually, he's a sweetheart. You know, he's just, he's got this persona.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool dude.
Yeah, he'd do anything for bands, man. He was in love with the Crinn when we had the old singer. He thought we were the funniest thing ever. Because John, our old singer, would dress up like he'd wear like just undies on stage and shit. Like he was a cool dude, Don.
Yeah.
It was weird watching him get sick because he was a rather large fellow most of his life. He got really skinny.
Just drank himself away.
Yeah. And he had to shave his head, and then you seen his pentagram tattooed on his head. No, he always had the same fucking relapse story. Every time you talk to him, he's like, getting signed to Relapse, he was like, sorry, John, we already have a mortician right now. We just don't have any room for you or something.
Yeah.
I think they might have hung up.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh,
right on.
something happened with our camera.
Keith hung up.
Keith's computer shut down on him, but we're wrapping up anyway, so I guess I really only have one other question, or actually I have two questions. I just thought of one when you guys were chatting, but have you ever ran into anyone wearing Crinn merch?
Yeah, I seen a girl wearing a Crinn shirt at the Dillinger show in First Ave. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I see it here and there, playing shows out and stuff. Pretty cool. It's pretty fun. See.
Yeah, that's got to be kind of fulfilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And my last question would be, what would be the most fulfilling moment in your musical career?
In my career, it'd be being able to run my studio full time.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, I don't know. Getting a whole discography going. I don't know. I mean, yeah, writing and studio work and.
I'll just play music we love.
Yeah.
Put out albums. Don't really want to go on tour unless it's paid for.
For sure. Well, I thank you guys so much for being on, and I really appreciate it. I know it can be kind of grueling to do such a long interview, but like I said, I really appreciate you guys coming on, and it's awesome to put a face with the music, that I've listened to, and it's always nice to meet people and then end up being really awesome people,
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man.
Hit your video button.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. A little technical.
Because you're Liam right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you have anything else to add, we're just wrapping up.
I'll just look up for some of our new bands. He's in SlowTrails and we're in Tight Whips together. And then I'm starting another project with some sweet metal dudes called what is it called? Gray Man Hunter. So there'll be more projects coming out.
Right on. And if
It'll be on.
you guys want to shoot me over some links, I'll make sure that they all get into the descriptions of the video when we post it and stuff like that.
Right on.
Yeah, totally.
And so we do like a giveaway, like every milestone that we hit, and I try to get people to send in anything that they have laying around. And I was just wondering if you guys had anything that you could, send to us that I could give away to people who actually like tuned in. And we always make sure that it goes to good hands. And the last one we did, I just sent it out Monday, and it cost me $26 to ship it because there was so much shit inside this box, and I know this dude's just gonna absolutely shit his pants when he sees it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah, dude, we totally. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. We have a box of shit.
We got a
We
lot
can
of
send
stuff.
you
Shot glass, maybe.
That's
shot
awesome.
glasses.
And if
CD.
you guys, need help with shipping or anything like that, I'm more than willing to PayPal some money over there for you guys. And
I can ship from my work, so it's all good.
excellent, dude. Well, I will keep in touch, and like I said, just actually somebody just dropped a question in the comments. They said, do any of you guys have contact with Gene Wagner from DeBello?
No.
No.
I think no, they were on Corrosive before Nuclear Blast.
So no Otis, sorry, nobody's in contact with Gene Wagner. Look them up on Facebook, maybe.
Who?
That's a good record label.
So is Corrosive. Who do we get in touch with for Corrosive?
I think that's long and gone, man. Eric Ferdinand was his name.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we were washed up. He moved, and then I think
We were the last band
Keith
on.
will definitely lurk him out.
Yeah.
Out of hiding.
Thinking we were the last, that EP was the last one he did.
Keith is basically Liam Neeson when it comes to finding people. But yet again, thank you guys so much, and we really appreciate it. I'll stay in touch with you.
of
Yeah.
course, cool.
Peace.
All right, man.
Bye.
See you guys.
Okay. Yeah, so that was awesome. They're pretty fucking nice dudes.
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Back to normal view.
So real quick,
Your mic cut out, man. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bud. Yep. So.
YOLO.
Oh, sorry. Called you back on accident.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering, like, your mic cut out. I couldn't hear anything you were saying.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So Minnesota is full of Scandinavian immigrants, and so there's a lot of say Swedes and Norwegians and shit like that. And that's probably
It cut out again, bro. You cut out again. I can't hear you, man. But so anyway, make sure you check us out. We're gonna be doing your audio keeps cutting out. I can't hear you. I heard it pop back on just a second, so I didn't tell you. But yeah, we're gonna be doing an interview this Tuesday. If you guys want to check that out, probably be around 9 o'clock. I'm not exactly sure, but Keith, thank you for joining me tonight. It's been fucking exquisite. And go fuck yourself, San Diego.